And we're going to proceed with the regular public meeting at this point. Before we actually get into the public comment on the listed motions, we're going to have a brief presentation for our junior council members. This will be their last meeting this evening. So we'll be taking applications for new junior council members over the summer, and their term will commence in September of 2014 moving forwards. Personally, I'd like to say on behalf of the citizens of Carnegie, we wish to extend our congratulations and best wishes to each of our junior council members. The knowledge attained through their service as junior council members will not only serve to enhance their leadership skills, but also assist them in their long-term career goals and hopefully prepare them for the challenges and tribulations of life. Furthermore, these individuals are a fine example to the community of the future of our town, seeking leadership in local government roles at this very moment. We truly applaud their efforts. Maybe one day they will sit in these very seats and remember what they learned the second Monday of every month. So on behalf of Carnegie Borough, we wish them every success in their future endeavors. Please step forward so that we can present you with your certificates. Mayor? I'll just read the first one. The Borough of Carnegie Certificate of Recognition is hereby presented to Brittany Piper for outstanding performance and lasting commitment to the Carnegie Borough. I have to laugh at lasting commitment to the Carnegie Borough Junior Council, because we have some long meetings, obviously. Awarded June 9th, 2014, and signed by the mayor and myself. Thank you. Hannah, I'll read yours as well. The Borough of Carnegie Certificate of Recognition is hereby presented to Hannah Brandemura for outstanding performance and lasting commitment to the Borough Junior Council for June 9, 2014, signed by myself and the mayor. Thank you. Okay, and the last one. The Borough of Carnegie Certificate of Recognition is hereby presented to Christopher Cardiella for outstanding performance and lasting commitment to the Carnegie Borough Junior Council, awarded June 9, 2014. Thank you.
I'll have a camera right
Okay.
left in the back.
Sorry.
I guess let my camera in the back room.
Enjoy your summer.
Thank you. Yeah, it's still there.
We truly appreciate you coming to these meetings, and we know they're not obviously the most exciting thing. Well, sometimes they can be, but we truly appreciate you being here with us. We know it's been a long year for you guys, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
Does anyone else have any other comments?
I just think the three of you did an absolutely wonderful job this year, and I think you were engaged and very patient with some of our meetings, so we appreciate all that you've done. And when you come up to give your last comments, I'd love if all three of you would tell us what your next steps are.
And what you like the best and what we can improve upon. How about that? That's a challenge.
Oh boy.
We haven't got on mic.
Yeah. Is there any public comment on any of the listed motions this evening? Obviously, we know we have one for public comment, but it's not on the listed motions. That will be at the end. Anything on the listed motions? Seeing that there's nothing on the listed motions, we'll begin. Administration, Councilman Sarsfield.
Thank you, Mr. President. Motion A is a motion to approve minutes from the council meeting held on May 12th, 2014.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any comment? Seeing that there's no comment, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries. At this point in time, I'm going to accept nominations for the position of Borough Council, this with a term expiring on December 31st, 2015.
I'd like to make a motion that Bob Heinrich be appointed to that position.
Second.
Roll call vote, please, Steve.
Councilperson Demko?
Yes.
Councilperson DeLoss? No. Councilperson Boyd?
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield? No. Council President Katina?
No. Are there any additional nominations?
I'd like to nominate Joseph Lavara for the Council of Borough Council
Is there a second?
to fill the vacancy with the term to expire on December 31st, 2015. Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Roll call vote, please, Steve.
Councilperson Boyd?
No.
Councilperson DeLoss? Yes. Councilperson Demko?
No.
Councilperson Sarsfield? Yes. Council President Katina?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you, Steve. At this point in time, Mr. Solicitor, can the mayor swear him?
Yes, the mayor can swear him. There's the one piece of paperwork that Steve has that has to be filled out, and then the mayor, if the mayor.
So, Mr. LeVar, would you please step forward?
Right. And that's what I think. I have no problem swearing.
Yeah,
But I think the residency affidavit has to be filled out and notarized before I can do that. I think there's a procedure before that. As an attorney, you know all the
Well,
procedures.
I mean,
No, I'm just saying.
you are right, and I do believe that is the case, Mayor. I don't believe that this is the situation that it was intended for, to take
No,
the
I agree.
ceremonial part of this away. And that's why I think you could administer the oath, and then you could go and have the affidavit notarized tomorrow. And then we could do the
Is
oath. Or you
that-
could wait till next week.
It's actually your call, you're the solicitor, I just want to take all I can turn, that's all.
I just don't want to see the ceremonial portion.
Yes, you're a solicitor, your call.
And appreciate, Mr. LeVar, you are the county person. There is a form that has to be notarized. It's part of the Borough Code that it has to be notarized, that you are indeed a resident for the last year within the board before you can take your seat. That doesn't mean that we can't have the ceremonial swearing in, but once that's notarized and the mayor swears you in, then you'll be able to take your seat and vote. So I guess what I'm saying is you can't vote tonight. But for next month,
Right, but he can be sworn in and like
you could be
said-
sworn in tomorrow, by the notary, and that notarized.
Could he be sworn in tonight?
Yeah, that's right, that's what I would say.
You said tomorrow.
I'll put it.
We should have the ceremonial swearing in, but until the affidavit.
Right.
It's on
That's what I was waiting to hear.
It's kind of a quirk in the new borough code that I'm thinking is for
Do you
this
have a
occasion.
copy of the oath?
It is for that month and a half between election day and first of January, more so.
Mr. LeVar, you are very lucky too. The copy of the oath they gave me is the short version. Trust me.
Very short.
Some people have had to do the long version. Rest of the brief. Thanks. All right, this is the Borough Carnegie oath of office, and when I ask you to state your name, you state your name. Okay. Raise your right hand, please. I state your name.
I, Joseph B. LeVar,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States. Obey and defend the Constitution of the United States.
obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States
And the Constitution of the Commonwealth.
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth,
And that I will discharge my duties
and I will discharge my duties
of my office with fidelity.
of my office with fidelity.
And that is it. Congratulations. You still are- Now, give your dad I know. My kids call me Lord all the time.
Thanks for doing a good job. This is my mayor. This is my daughter Olivia, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you.
Thank you. Hello, Olivia. Thank you. Motion C, Councilman Sarsfield?
Thank you, Mr. President. Motion C is motion to appoint John Duran to the Carnegie Borough Vacancy Board with a term January 1st, 2014 to December 31st, 2014.
Second.
2014, is your read.
Yeah, 2014.
Motion has been made and seconded. Discussion.
Mr. Duran has served on his board for some time, and at one point he actually was called into service. The vacancy board isn't something that is utilized all the time. It's only when council can't come to a decision, it then goes to the vacancy board. But Mr. Duran actually stepped in, had to make a decision on the appointment of mayor for the borough of Carnegie, and I think he has the experience to do the job. He's the only one in Carnegie that I know that's ever actually has done this, so he's willing to continue on, and happy to have him.
And this is a matter of how, just to inform everyone, this is a matter of housekeeping. We should be, under the new borough code, we're required to do this every year, and we haven't been obviously doing this every year. So that's why you see that it's dated January 2014, December 31st, 2014, because it should have been actually done in January, and that was our fault. The motion has been made and seconded. Roll call vote, please, Steve.
Councilperson Demko?
Yes.
Councilperson Boyd?
Yes.
Councilperson DeLoss?
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield?
Yes.
Council President Katina?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion D is motion to extend the lease agreement for a portion of Carnegie Park with Pitcher Park Memorial Skate Park.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing that there's no discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Finance, Councilman DeLoss.
Thank you, Mr. President. A motion to approve the June bill list and bill list addendum.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing that there's no discussion, roll call vote, please, Steve.
Councilperson DeLoss?
Yes.
Councilperson Boyd?
Yes.
Councilperson Demko?
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield?
Yes.
Council President Katina?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve the May 2014 invoice to KLH Engineers.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? This was a late invoice, I believe, so it didn't make it on the bill list.
Correct.
Just to clarify, it's, the motion actually says motion to approve May 2014 invoice to KLH Engineers, but it's an invoice from.
From KLH. Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing that there's no discussion, roll call vote, please, Steve.
Councilperson Sarsfield?
Yes.
Councilperson Demko?
Yes.
Councilperson DeLoss?
Yes.
Councilperson Boyd?
Yes.
Council President Katina?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion C is also amended from the printed copies that everyone has. Motion to authorize the purchase of a 2014 Pelican P dual-tier street sweeper from A&H Equipment in the amount of $174,888 using the CoStar's Municipal Purchase Program and using funds allocated from the Borough Sewer Fund.
Second.
Did Keith second that, I think?
Yes, he did. He wants to sign the check.
You want to vote on it too?
I'll second it.
Okay, motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion?
He wants to make sure there's no tie, but he'll be second, but, sorry, Mayor, I think Keith wants to break the tie.
Seeing that there's no discussion, roll call vote, please, Steve.
Councilperson Demko,
Hallelujah, yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield,
Yes,
Councilperson Boyd,
After Keith promised me that he'll wax it monthly personally, yes.
Councilperson DeLoss,
Yes.
Council President Katina.
After Keith promised personally that I would get to drive it, yes.
Ah, nice.
Motion passes.
that's all the motions I have, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman.
That was where you were. Mine's one of those nights.
Two.
Okay, moving right along. Public Works, Councilwoman Demko.
Motion to approve payment estimate number 1 to Solai Construction, Inc. in the amount of $122,663.29 for work completed between April 1st, 2014 and May 15, 2014 for the sewer contract number 2014-1A excavation contract.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing that there's no discussion, point of clarification. Steve, were these on the bill list or no?
From my understanding, these usually do not go on the bill list, and they're directly on here.
Okay, I was just curious because if they were on the bill, I thought they might have been on the bill list, so we just would have approved them already.
This is always how it's been.
They have, okay. Okay, roll call vote, please, Steve.
Councilperson Sarsfield,
Yes,
Councilperson DeLoss,
Yes.
Councilperson Demko,
Yes.
Councilperson Boyd,
Yes.
Council President Katina.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve payment estimate number 1 to Tri-State Crowding in the amount of $31,672.80 for work completed between April 1st, 2014 and May 6, 2014 for the 2014 sewer contract number 2014-1B lining repairs.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing that there's no discussion, roll call vote, please, Steve.
Councilperson Boyd,
Yes.
Councilperson DeLoss,
Yes.
Councilperson Demko,
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield,
yes,
Council President Katina.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve payment estimate number 2 to Monjovi and Son Excavating in the amount of $118,985.76 for work completed between April 1st, 2014 and May 31st, 2014 for the 2014 sewer contract number 2014-1C specialty repairs.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing that there's no discussion, roll call vote, please, Steve.
Councilperson Sarsfield,
yes,
Councilperson Demko,
Yes.
Councilperson Boyd,
Yes.
Councilperson DeLoss,
Yes.
Council President Katina.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve payment estimate number 1, final, to Gary Mancini Construction in the amount of $16,939 for drainage work completed between May 1st, 2014 and May 15, 2014 for the Carnegie Park Rain Garden.
Second.
It's like stereo now. Motion has been made and seconded.
Seconded twice.
Is there any comment? Seeing that there's no comment, roll call vote, please, Steve.
Councilperson DeLoss,
Yes.
Councilperson Boyd,
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield,
yes,
Councilperson Demko,
Yes.
Council President Katina.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve payment estimate number 1, final, to Jet Jack Inc. in the amount of $11,614.48 for grouting, CCTV, and dye testing work completed on Franklin Avenue between April 1st, 2014 and May 16, 2014.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing that there's no discussion, roll call vote, please, Steve.
Councilperson Boyd,
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield,
yes,
Councilperson Demko,
Yes.
Councilperson DeLoss,
Yes.
Council President Katina.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to authorize KLH Engineer to proceed with an engineering design for the Citizens Bank parking lot that will not exceed the cost of $15,000.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Just to give you an idea of what this is, the mayor, KLH, Joanne Lecter, had a meeting the other night with the WPA Conservancy about the grant that we'll be submitting in August for basically trees, reconstruction of parking lot 10, which is the old post office lot, which will be renamed after that, and then the Citizens Bank lot. We were trying to submit this grant application earlier in May, but there was a hang-up with the DEP. They were requiring construction drawings of the Citizens Bank lot, and at that point in time, we didn't have the construction drawings for the Citizens Bank lot. So at this point in time, we're authorizing KLH to go ahead with those construction drawings so we can apply with the WPA Conservancy and to invest for this grant / low interest loan, hopefully to improve the 2 lots, trees, and bioswales throughout the town. So, are there any questions from council? Seeing that there's no questions, roll call vote, please, Steve.
Councilperson Demko?
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield?
Yes.
Councilperson DeLoss?
Yes.
Councilperson Boyd?
Yes.
Council President Katina?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Did you want to, I think we'll table it now, let's see what the next.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, yeah, G is going to be tabled.
You should probably make the motion, again, we can make the motion to table.
Motion to table it, or just do the motion?
All right.
Thank you. Motion to adopt Borough Ordinance Number 2399, an ordinance of the Borough of Carnegie, County of Allegheny, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, amending Chapter 21 of Borough Code of Ordinances regarding street and sidewalk openings in the borough.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded.
Mr. President, I move that we table this motion due to further study required in the language in this ordinance.
Thank you, is there a second?
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor of tabling this motion?
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, all those in favor of signify by saying yea or nay.
Yay.
All those in favor? Yay.
Yay.
Okay. All those opposed? Seeing that there's no opposition, the motion carries. Wow, interesting meeting. Public Safety, Councilman Boyd.
Very good. Thank you, President Katina. Motion to adopt Resolution 2014-14, a resolution of the Borough of Carnegie establishing a handicapped parking space near 24 Bank Street.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any comment? Seeing that there's no comment, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries.
Motion to adopt Resolution 2014-15, a resolution of the Borough of Carnegie establishing handicap parking space near 35 Brown Way.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any comment? Seeing that there's no comment, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries.
You can coach me through this here, Mr. Solicitor. I'm supposed to read the motion and then, okay, we'll deal with it. Motion to adopt Resolution 2014-16, a resolution of the Borough of Carnegie establishing a handicapped parking space near 218 Second Avenue.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Discussion?
I'd like to make a motion that we deny. No.
Seconded.
It's
Oh, we
been
didn't?
seconded.
We just have to,
Why?
Explain why.
Why? What do you recommend on this?
we just vote on it now, right? Well, no.
Yeah, what's this comment as to why?
The comments behind this one would be that we've, subsequent to drawing up the motion, we learned that there's an ordinance issue with the property, as well as a vehicle that's not inspected, that if it were removed from the property, the space would no longer be needed. So our thinking is that the request really isn't necessary if these things are complied with.
Okay, motion has been made and seconded. Roll call vote, please, Steve.
Councilperson Sarsfield.
No.
Councilperson DeLuise.
No.
Councilperson Boyd.
No.
Councilperson Demko.
No.
Council President Katina.
No.
Motion does not pass.
Motion to advertise Borough Ordinance number 2397, an ordinance of the Borough of Carnegie, County of Allegheny, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, amending Chapter 6 of the Borough Code of Ordinances and establishing a fee for false alarms caused by fire alarm devices within the borough.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded.
Now, I think it should read by fire alarm and burglar alarm devices, isn't that correct?
For the borough,
Or is there a separate?
separate, isn't it?
No, they're both in the same ordinance.
They're both in
They're
together.
together in the same ordinance, so,
You are correct, sir.
But actually,
okay. And then, Mike, did we have a second on here, Mr. President?
Yes.
May I have a comment? Thank you, Mr. President. My comment is that there will be two different levels in this ordinance. The burglar alarm level will be a lot less stringent since we have a full-time police force that's on duty at all times. The fire alarm portion of the ordinance will be much more stringent. It's 3 alarms and then the fee would be imposed. For the burglar alarm, it is 12 alarms for a year before a fee would be imposed. So with the theory behind that is that it's much more costly for the borough to roll out the fire trucks because they're volunteers, they're more expensive, the equipment's more expensive, and with that in mind, that they need to be compensated for that after 3 false alarms. And so that's where the ordinance lies at this point, Mr. President.
I just want to comment, Mr. President, that Councilman Boyd put a lot of time and effort, researched how many false alarms the fire department does receive. So, I just want to applaud him for his efforts and the rest of my colleagues for us getting ready to pass this tonight.
Thank you. Duly recognized. Any other comments? Seeing that there's no other comments, we'll just do a simple yea or nay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries.
Motion to adopt Borough Ordinance 2398, an ordinance of the Borough of Carnegie, County of Allegheny, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, amending Article 2, Chapter 15, Section 116 of the Borough Code of Ordinances, amending and adding to the list of no right turn intersections for trucks the following location: Summit Street at Chestnut Street.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any comment? One of the items that was mentioned to us tonight is how are we going to indicate what type of truck we're basically saying that we don't want a right turn being made. And we need to figure out the signage component of this so that we know that so that the public knows that mainly the targeted enforcement is the semis or the dual axle vehicles. So we need to look into that matter because I know that was one of your concerns. Go ahead.
And speaking of Leonard, I think we owe Leonard a great gratitude, a great of thank you.
A debt of gratitude.
Debt of gratitude. Thank you. Wow. Thank you. A debt of gratitude because he definitely has monitored that area up there and noticed that the turning radius is not sufficient for these type of trucks and that they were damaging sidewalks, telephone poles, and whatnot, making these turns. So it's protecting our infrastructure, so we appreciate that, Leonard. Thank you.
And for persevering the process of getting here. Thank you for that as well.
Yeah, it's been a long time, Leonard, so it's not all fixed, but it's a small Yeah, hopefully it'll be a small piece of this solution. So, motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries. Community Development and Code Enforcement, Councilman Boyd.
Thank you, President Katina. Motion to ratify the decision of the Planning Commission recommending to council the lot subdivision submitted by NVR Incorporated, Priestley Heights Land Development, Lot and Block 103-E-134.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing that there's no discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries.
Now, items B and C in this list are continued because of the hearing that was continued prior to our meeting this evening.
Correct.
So we'll skip to item D, which is a motion to authorize borough manager to sign a signing district application with PennDOT to coordinate, obtain, erect, and maintain all signs associated with the signing district Carnegie wayfinding program.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Is there anyone that can maybe explain this?
I can explain it, Mr. President. What this is, obviously, we've been talking for several months, if not the year, that the borough's going to be doing a wayfinding program, and since many signs are close to PennDOT right-of-ways and PennDOT roads, this is something that we have to fill out with the state to proceed that we're going to maintain this signage.
Thank you. The motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed, motion carries. We'll now have committee reports. Administration, Councilman Sarsfield.
Thank you, Mr. President. We'll be having a new council person starting with us next month, but my condolences still go out to Ms. Covey's family and friends. She did a lot of good service for the borough. She was very dedicated to the kids program, and I think that it's incumbent upon this council to continue to work that she did with the children's programs and those activities. And I just want to wish everybody a happy Independence Day. Celebrate, light some sparklers, no fireworks, and be careful. Thank you.
Thank you. Finance, Councilman Delos.
I would mention that our negotiations with the police department continue, and with the meeting just today. We have, obviously I can't discuss the contents of negotiations while they're ongoing, but I would mention that healthcare is a particularly sticky issue right now because all the employees in the borough have Highmark health insurance. And at this point, in the Highmark UPMC debacle, we don't know what the outcome will be as far as their availability of hospital care. So we have more work and waiting to do on a number of issues, but we have scheduled our next meeting for July the 21st. I believe that the motion to approve the street sweeper means that the Public Works Department has all of its equipment that it'll be purchasing for the year.
What have you learned? There's never enough.
There's no more money is the point I'm making. So if you were intending to buy something else this year, you can just wait till next year.
There goes the Corvette, Keith.
That's all I have, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman. Code Enforcement, Community Development, Councilman Boyd.
I have nothing to report this evening. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Public Works, Councilwoman Debka.
I just would like to, Public Works guys asked me to apologize about the messy streets, but they have their summer help now, plus we have the new street sweeper, plus the Vector truck, so they're gonna be spotless now, right, Keith?
The street sweeper's going to take some time.
Just the unfortunate part.
When do you think?
They'll have to build it, so
Right, 3 months.
To build one.
You're gonna have to keep using the brooms for now. Vector truck that we bought has already been used for a few special and emergency projects so far, and have already saved us money, so it's a good thing. That's all I have.
Thank you. Public Safety, Councilman Floyd.
I have nothing to report this evening, thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. The President's report, I have nothing to report this evening. Manager's report?
Yes, I just had a couple things for tonight. One thing, we had made a motion for the rain garden. I just want to let everybody know that it is complete. If you've gone to the park, you've noticed that there was just a big hole in the ground, but now actually all of the vegetation and everything is in order, so hopefully that'll correct some of the problems we had with the dog park. And also something I want to let everybody know is that on our website we have information. There's currently a program that the county is offering for to acquire any side yards or any property. A lot of times we have property where next door may be vacant, or there's a house that no longer owns, but the county has some options to possibly acquire extra property. So we have that on our website for anybody to take a look at, and that's my report for this month.
Thank you. Carnegie Volunteer Fire Department EMS report, Councilman Floyd.
Yes, for the month of May, EMS had 198 calls, and the fire department had 28 calls.
Is that a lot for the fire department, Phil?
That's about the average number. There was a number of false alarms in there again, as you suspect, and there were more accidents than normal as well. There was one structure fire, and we were very, very fortunate to get there when we got there, because the kitchen was fully involved, and the dining room was starting to burn. Patterson Avenue, yes. And so we were there. 5 more minutes would have made the difference, and so they were basically able to put it out and save the house.
Councilman, of those 28, was it 28 you said?
Yes, sir.
How many of those are false alarms? Half?
Probably.
How many of them are to any particular single address?
Is that a leading question, sir?
It is.
Most of those false alarms would be to one particular address, yes.
Can we put an envelope on our head and guess what the address is?
Let me guess. Might it be 820 Capitol Drive?
820 Capitol Drive.
The other day I was so shocked, Connie actually put the wrong number in and put 802 Capitol Drive, but I still knew which one it was.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Junior Council?
Carleton's commencement ceremonies will be this Friday at 7 o'clock at Hunter-Spagman Field, so it'd be great to see all of you there. And there are also computer classes being offered to learn the basics or increase your skills. And those are being offered Mondays from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. and 6 p.m. to 7 p.m., as well as Wednesdays from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. The classes are free after a $10 deposit, which is made when you schedule your class, but it's reimbursed upon completion.
Thank you.
You're at the library.
Yes.
Yes.
Carnegie from Art Center is offering summer dance classes every Wednesday starting this Wednesday, 7:30 to 8:30. Offering classes of ballet, jazz, and miracle. They are $12 per week for class.
Thank you.
Nice.
There will be a vacation Bible school at Second Baptist Church of Carnegie from June 23rd to the 28th. This is for children of all ages, and it will be from 6 p.m.
Thank you. So, what did you guys like the best? And what did you guys? They were good politicians. They were just avoiding the subject.
It's not up there and vote.
I like that kids and family.
We argue like one too sometimes, unfortunately.
Like,
Thank you very
You
much.
should ask him what he didn't like.
I like it all.
That's the best answer I've ever seen. That's a true politician.
Good job.
Bring me your petition, I'll sign.
What's not to like?
How about Hannah? Brittany?
I liked everything.
You don't need to. That's the easy answer. How about you, Hannah?
I like being involved.
We enjoyed having you, so.
Are you all seniors?
Yes.
You're all,
Chris and I are.
Chris, are you going on to school?
Yes.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Penn State.
Main campus?
Yes.
You're gonna have fun. Where are you going to school?
I'm going to Pitt.
Nice, you'll have fun too. All right.
Go Pitt.
There's going to be a senior this coming year, right? So we might have one.
Enjoy your summer
If Hannah wants
vacation.
to come back, she can reapply for September. Yeah, most definitely. Thank you guys for all your commitment. Mayor's report?
Thank you, Mr. President. The numbers for the month of May, criminal arrests and citations were 30, parking tickets were 120, traffic citations numbered 63, complaints and self-initiated activity by our department were 1,134. Some of you may have noticed that the chief has definitely increased foot patrols in a number of areas, and, including our business district. We plan on keeping those going throughout the summer. That's one way we can keep visible. I spoke with Dan Cessna at a Rotary meeting and talked to him a little bit about the construction work, the upcoming construction work for the Parkway. He basically said that through this year, that there should not be too much of a problem on the Parkway and through Carnegie. There'll be some construction. He says the main issue for this year will be that the tunnels, sometime in the fall, will be closed completely for a period of time while they remove all the ceiling tiles. Until they get that removed, they will not reopen them. So that was for this year. But for next year, 2015, there will be some significant impact on the Carnegie area. And that will include closures of the Parkway for periodic times for installing some barriers and for some bridge work. It will also include closures of our entrances and exits for some remodeling and additional work, especially the exits. So at this point, we need to be cognizant of that and try to work around that the best we can. So a little bit of proactive measures. I've already talked to Joanne Letcher about a couple things. Maybe we can implement a couple things and make the best of it. Once again, it's that time of year where there's plenty of scams going around, and one of the scams that Green Tree alerted us about, and you may have seen on TV quite often, is the scam where people pretend like they're utility workers. A couple individuals come to a person's house, say they're from a utility company, get the individual to walk around back or leave the house unattended, while the other person will go and ransack the house. Please, I don't care, you're not disturbing the police, it's a 911 call. If you see people in your neighborhood, if they're strangers, I don't care who they are, call us, we'll come and check them out, period. Do not open your door for strangers. Do not, even if they say they're from a utility company, they shouldn't be coming to your door. So they would, if they had to come to your door, from what I am told from the utility company, is they would let you know ahead of time. But even then, they try not to go door to door. So if you hear of anything or see of anything, call 911. Alert our police, and we will check them out. School's out. It's summertime as of June 11th. There'll be a half day of school, and it'll be the last day of school for Carleton School District. Most schools are out even before that. When did Canterbury get out? Are they out already? Not yet? Friday. So Canterbury's even past, wow, the 13th. So 13th Canterbury's out. So once again, with schools out, be careful. There'll be many more kids on the street. I will say that with school being out, the police will continue our Bowling for Books program. This will be the 3rd year for the program. It's a summer reading program that individuals, kids, when they see a police officer out on the street, they can stop the police officer or stop down here at the station and tell us that you can pull out a book that you read, and we will give you a certificate for bowling. So we will continue that, and that will hopefully piggyback on the summer reading program at the library, which is going to be bigger and better this year. The Flood Control Authority. I had a nice conversation with the head of the Flood Control Authority. I know there's some concern, especially in the business district, regarding some debris in the creeks and all that. We are actively monitoring that. At this point, there is nothing at a dangerous level. The individual from the Flood Control Authority is actually meeting with the new colonel. He's the new colonel that's the head of the Army Corps of Engineers. And that meeting shall occur in June. He's going to ask the new colonel for a complete inspection of the waterways, and if there are any deficiencies within that inspection, then the Flood Control Authority can go in and act on that. We are still working about the Campbell's Run watershed. I know that's an area up by where Mr. DeLuca lives. That is not under the Army Corps of Engineers, because from the bridge, the Morris Street Bridge down is, above the bridge isn't. So we're still working with the Tri-Community Project. It actually was on hold for a little bit, but the new engineers now are on board with it, and we're trying to get the grant to do the study so that we can get that part of the creek under the Army Corps of Engineers auspice. So
that's why I'm here tonight, to explain whatever happened.
Please do.
Because it's very disgusting anymore.
Okay, let me, 1 second. I just wanted to mention one more thing. We have a right to know, we filed a right to know request too for the development above in Robinson, and we got the information from them because we wanted to make sure that they were following all the stormwater management regulations. Now, we had to pay for that right to know request, but we did.
Another storm when he just took his flat, worked before, I wasn't coming to the lake, my son called me, he said, Dad, he said, yeah, I can't call anybody because it's Joe, I think I'm quiet.
Oh,
So
you're,
I called the county,
okay.
and I called at 12 o'clock in the night. He said to me, he said, well, he says, I can't do anything about it because you have to call downtown. I said, I never do something to call downtown. He said, well, I'll do for you. He said, I'm going to go down to Freeport right now. So he went out there and called the store, and he gave me a number for calling Pittsburgh. Anytime I had to anything, I had to call in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, they don't answer after 2 o'clock. This past the storm, I was on there 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm 80 years old.
Right.
2 o'clock in the morning, I'm shoveling dirt
Out
of the sewer because of the water. It's all full of mud and up in my porch.
Is it still coming down hard from the hillside then? Is that where it's coming down?
Cars go by, I got stuck in the wet twice. They had to shove. My wife is screaming out at the door, get in the house, you're going to get killed. I said, honey, what do you want the house to do? All out of the foundation. My porches are ready to go. The wall on one side is already went up. Now the other than the front is ready to go too. What I'm going to do? What I'm going to do with this water?
You know, we had our
I mean,
engineer.
if you people had this problem, I bet it would have already dissolved. I mean, mine, it can be done. I mean, I'm paying tax. I do everything I have to do. I mean, my property, I'm protecting my property. My graduate had a foot of water, running down the steps. I'm trying to do some of what I have to do. 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm shoveling in dirt. If you don't believe me, go out there, you see the big pile of dirt that I shovel myself. I'm 80 years old.
I've seen the water running down the hillside, and in fact, we've had the engineers look at that same area, and they went up and checked the Highlands to make sure everything was okay with all their stormwater management, and anything that wasn't okay has been corrected. Am I correct on that, Mr. Solicitor?
Everything has,
The Highlands, yeah, everything, if there was anything that wasn't okay, it was corrected by the Highlands?
but everything the engineer has said, as far as I understand.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And so I don't know where that water's coming from, and
It's
Keith?
coming from the top.
No, I mean, I know where it's coming from, I understand, but I don't know whose responsibility is it. 1 second. Keith, is that the county's responsibility, or is that?
They, like I said, if it's called out, they'll get out.
Is it just?
If they can't, we'll live out there.
What, lines are being Is it, what's clogging it? When it rains heavy and then it gets
When it's
clogged?
raining heavy, that water's come down and come down the hill. And it brings all the dirt and you cover up with the storm, so it covers it up and all the water starts flooding all over the place. I called the county the other day, I said, I told the police, I said, come down and put a heavy curb, more high curb down in front of my house. He comes down and he put a curb on. I
He
mean,
did put a
how
curb
you
on.
can put, I gotta put a 6-foot curb in.
Curb's not built up, it's not solved.
He can't stop them. He cannot stop them. They keep on coming. Every time the rain is hard, I'm flooded.
It's a county sewer.
Not the water main, the water company, you know, that's sort of not gonna take it all the water and you cover them.
So what do you think here? How do you fix that?
That's, we'll wait to see what we can do with water.
So we need to get back with our engineers then.
In the last meeting,
They got 5 storm sewers in front of my house. 5, no, just one.
and you're not the, right, you're not the only one that complained, up the street a little bit. We had complaints from, remember I told you those individuals from the last meeting, and the engineer said they were gonna look at that.
Steve, can we get KLH out there?
I know you've been had problems, but can we get you some sandbags right now to help you out? Can we drop some sandbags off the top?
I got a high curb in the front of the house. You put a more blacktop and then toward the steps so they don't go, the water going down. But then when you get a rise too high, they ain't gonna go
It goes
anywhere.
right over anyway.
I got a nice garden, I said, I'm hitting
You have a beautiful
crazy.
garden.
I want to bury my garden with all the mud and stuff.
I mean, you have a beautiful garden.
I mean, that's what I'm living on. I'm living on $300 a month after I pay my bills. I mean, I don't get a big pension, I get a couple dollars for pension and a little bit of social security. I mean,
Right.
after I pay my taxes, I'm used to living on $300 or $400 a month. How am I gonna live? I cannot do it anymore. Now the porch is ready to go. I mean, what I gotta do? All the water keep on digging it in and digging it in, and one side of the wall towards the hillside is already down. So I gotta get some blocks, and I gotta put a block up, the porch is all cracked. I mean, it's all the water is getting muddied all over my porch. I gotta power wash it every time it rains, and I mean, how much you can take?
I know, and on top of that, you're 80 years old, you should be relaxing and
I
enjoying
never
your
had,
time.
this problem until they put all this condominium up to the top, and all this townhouses they put up there. I never had a problem. I've been living down in the same house since 1960. I never have a problem in my life.
And that's one thing I did say, that he said that he's never had that problem. And see, that stuff bothers me, is that these problems don't occur till after a development, and there has to be a correlation.
We'll get KLH out
And
there.
my wife, she keeps on screaming on me because I go out there and I got to put in the porch, I put my boots on, put them in the brakes and the shovel on and chuck with the dirt. I mean, how much you can do?
Yeah, we'll get our engineer out there.
And
our
I get
public works.
soaking wet because the cars, they never slow down and they just fly by.
I know.
You know,
And that
I
street,
seen them with a flashlight to slow down.
that street,
Faster.
you know, when we put a cop out there, we do tag on that street, but as soon as that cop is gone, the police officer is gone, they're right back to the same
I
place.
tell you what, you put a cop in the front of my house in the corner here, you write $1 million tickets because this building is 25.
But there's no, there's no room there now. We have a vast parcel there. We have done it, that's one of the roads we try to hit hard, but it doesn't matter, it's sort of like foresight. They don't slow down, they'll only slow down when a police officer's there, and as soon as you take the police officer away.
Exactly, that's what you do.
So we're still working on the speed sign, you know, that's a place we could probably put the speed sign when we get the
Well,
speed
like I
sign.
said, I don't know what to do with this water anymore. Now, it's supposed to be storming all this week.
I know.
I don't know what to do.
How about the least sandbags? Can we get you some sandbags tomorrow?
Well,
It'll help a little bit, at least until just temporary.
Okay. They can put something in and put it up in the site, and I can put it in myself if we have to get
I'll come down and help if we have to.
Because it's,
He should be probably.
that's terrible. I mean, I can't take it no more.
We'll be able to set them up wherever you want them at.
Yeah.
Or if you want to bigger curb, there, I'll put a curb there, whatever you want to do again.
Yeah, I told
It's
the
resolved.
county, he come in and he put a nice curb all the way around and all the way down in the hillside in here, and then after I told him, I said, Daniel, I said, would you please come down and put some blacktop in here? I said, I'm getting dry. So he sent 4 guys with the truck loaded with blacktop, and he put a nice curb in here, and I said, thank you very much, I appreciate it, you know. He said
Was this-
something with water, but I mean, he's still.
So even with that curb, you still got the water?
Well, the problem is, when the water gets so high, the cars come shooting all the water all over the place.
Because it's not draining.
My porch is full of mud. I have to get a power washer to wash it out, all the mud out over the old side. I mean, as soon as it started raining hard, and the water comes down in the gully here, and all the dirt and keep coming down, and it covers the middle. When it covers the middle, what does that say?
Let me ask, and I know we're getting, but let me ask you this. I've seen these before. Do you ever see those barriers that they put on the side of the road? Would that catch the mud coming down? Some of those, like, you know, those big cement barriers? And I think there's,
Well, it's going to go up further.
does this just go up further?
Yeah, you're just pushing it down further. So
I see.
water gotta go somewhere.
Yeah, water's gonna find a place to go. All right.
Thank you. That's a really bad, I mean, it's, at my age, you know, I can do so much, I can do too much.
No, we'll do our best to try. We'll do our best.
I try to do the best too, but I appreciate what you guys are gonna do, and I try to get everything straightened out, because, you know, it's pretty bad up here.
No, we
And when you
understand.
start getting like that, and it's, my house is gonna go down, because that foundation is gonna keep it digging down, and once I walk, it's all cracked all the way down to the garage.
Yeah,
No, we understand.
I come home, I had to put water in the garage, that's a brand new garage.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor, you have.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. DeLuca. Sorry about your problem there. I have a few more things. We're continuing with the Adopt the Block program. The Girl Scouts have been doing a great job. They have about 25% of the streets that have been adopted for litter cleanup, and they have about 25 businesses lined up to clean up in front of their businesses in central town. So we're still doing that. If anybody is interested in the Adopt the Block program, you can call down here, and the Girl Scouts will get back. Leave your name and number, and the Girl Scouts will get back to you. The parade, Memorial Day parade. I want to thank the men and women of the VFW 331 and Legion Post 82 for all of their hard work in the Memorial Day parade. Also, Councilman Boyd, thank you for your hard work. Just give you some numbers on the Memorial Day parade. The borough is very generous, and they give $1,500 to help offset the cost of the parade. But even with that $1,500 and the fundraising that we did this year, we were still $600 in the hole when it comes to, not in the hole, but $600 in the red, I should say, because we have an account that we can tap into. But $600 in the red for the year for the parade, because the parade can be pretty expensive to run. A lot of the individuals who march in the parade, the Shriners and some of the other acts, they charge them a fee. So like this year it was about $2,000 just for the individuals to march in the parade, not to mention all the other stuff. So. But I really want to thank some other people too, the police for blocking the streets and for all their work during the day of the parade, Public Works for getting the parade route ready. I want to thank an individual thank you to Keith Hatcher for helping us obtain some of the food through a donation. I want to thank Sergeant Orris for bringing us the hay to use during the parade. I want to thank Officer Gump for allowing us to use his car, and I want to thank Chief Kennedy for just running around and doing just about everything else that we could think of for the parade. So appreciate all your hard work, guys. Once again, it's that time of year. We are very fortunate. We have a community that's very supportive of their veterans, and this year we're going to be starting our Veterans Flag Service, the Honor of Veterans Flag Service. The first one will coincide with Flag Day. That's this Saturday. And we will be honoring the former chief of this borough, Chief Harry Smith, or people might know him as Chief Smitty. He was a Korean War veteran, and he was chief of this borough for a number of years. So at 10 o'clock, right out front, right out this flag right here, that's his flag flying right now. His casket flag is flying. It flies for 2 weeks, and then we will take that down in a very nice ceremony and present it back to the family on June 14th. So. I think if you've never seen one of our flag ceremonies, you owe it to yourself to come. They're really meaningful. Speaking about my colleague, Ms. Covey, as we all are, very sorry to see her go. She was a very good friend, and really sorry that we lost her as a colleague and as a friend, and I lost her as a friend. She was very good with the Children's Committee, and I've actually been in touch with a couple other businesses in the community, and they actually got in touch with me, looking to continue her work with the Children's Events Committee in a support role. And so I'm in the process of setting up meetings with them, and then I'll bring back that information to council. Hopefully we can continue that great work. Lastly, I want to tell you that there is a race in Roslyn Farms. It's called the Thrill on the Hill. It's the 21st of June, 9 a.m., and you can sign up the day of the race at the Roslyn Farms Community Center. It's a 1 mile. They have 2 runs. It's a 1 mile and a 2 mile run. You can actually do both of them. The nice thing about it is that all the proceeds benefit Sailors of Van Eaton's Food Pantry. So it really goes to a good cause. So if you have nothing to do on June 21st, why don't you take a walk up to, or take a ride up to Roslyn Farms and join them for their run.
What time?
9 a.m. And lastly, I want to congratulate all the graduates this year. The graduates of 2014. I think we're very blessed to have a number of very good students in our community. 2 of them are sitting right with us. I wish you guys the best of luck, not just you guys, but all your fellow graduates at both Carlington and Canavan. I wish them all much luck in their future, and hope all their dreams come true. Thank you, guys. That's all I have, Mr. President.
Thank you. Is there any general public comment? Seeing that there's no public comment, we'll begin with Council Good and Welfare. Councilman Sarsfield.
I think I actually slid it in there under my committee reports. Independence Day, what a great day for America. And you think it's just picnics, but think of the Revolution, the Civil War, what our country's been through. And we have a great library up there with the Thomas Espy Post that commemorates the Civil War. But just our nation's been through heartaches and wars and everything. But even when we have disagreements or we don't agree with one another, remember we do live in the greatest land in the whole world. And 4th of July is a great time to celebrate it. And nobody's mentioned this, but our fireworks, July 3rd. We get to jump on everybody. I think the booth's going to be open for some good food and refreshments. So if you're not doing anything July 3rd, come up to our park, get some refreshments, and enjoy our fireworks. We put ours out before anybody else. That's all, Mr. President.
Thank you. Councilwoman Debka?
Yeah, just to piggyback on what Mike said, we are going to have the concession stand open. And I'm not sure if we're doing it at 12 or 3. We'll get it out there. And we're going to have lots of good food. So lots of stuff for the kids too. So come on up.
People will get to look at the skate park.
Councilman DeLoss?
I don't have anything, thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Boyd?
I don't have anything this evening, thank you.
Thank you. I just have a few things this evening. The Carnegie Crawl is scheduled for this Friday, and I believe there's going to be a band after this crawl event. So we hope it's going to be a busy... Dorian, okay. DJ, I'm sorry. And there's going to be a busy weekend, obviously, in Carnegie, with commencement also on Friday night at the Thomas Wagner Field. So I hope to see you all at the crawl on Friday. This past Saturday, obviously there was an event at the library, at the music hall. But it was really interesting that at 9 o'clock at night to drive down Main Street and see how busy our business district was. It reminded me of a Mount Lebanon, or an area that truly was thriving because it was everywhere. Whether it was Papa J's, 131, everywhere I turned, there were people and just out walking and enjoying the evening. It was just really delightful to see something like that. And people going up and down the hill from the library, and it was just very, very busy. So hopefully that will only get bigger and better as time goes on. And then the last thing is the Glendale Carnegie Bridge. It's still set to close this month, at the end of this month. It'll be closed through December. The posted detour obviously is Washington. Basically go Main Street to Washington and up to Crothers up there. It's going to look very nice when it's done. We've been talking about this for some time, and hopefully the detours will be publicly posted any day now, because obviously a lot of people use that on a daily basis, and there needs to be preparation given in order for those people to find alternate routes. Or the first few days are obviously going to be a little bit of a concern until people get used to their new routes. But notifications went out to the various first responders, the schools, Port Authority, letting them know about the closure. We're trying to get the word out to obviously everyone else about the closure, because it will be an inconvenience for a lot of people. So that's all I have this evening. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Motion has been made
Second.
and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.